can see. But right, always check over here and see if your figure is correct. And then now I'm going up to the face and trying to paint her face, and I'm gonna use a darker value on her eyelash. Just kind of tweaking. And when you draw or paint a woman's face, you should keep it somewhat clean, and it's more appealing. It's kind of like, you know, when a woman's skin is clean and smooth, it's more attractive than whatever a bunch of lines that you put in there. So when you paint it, trying to make it clean and make your decision clear of where you want to put shadow. Confidence in painting always. Sometimes you can deceive the audience by your solid line that you put down there. You might be wrong a little bit, but they probably won't notice, because I mean, there's no such thing as perfect painting. And now I'm just going and paint the hair and establish the light and the shadow using two value, a really dark and sort of a mid-tone light to the hair at this point. And I just kind of paint. When you paint, it's okay to paint over the line. You don't have to like always stay in line, because you can be painting them all over anyways. But even if you're trying to do the outline afterwards, then you can just ignore the pencil line and paint over and just, you know, ink it later. Or if you already have an ink as a separate part, you paint it on a separate layers, and you can always go in and erase the surrounding afterwards. That's the good thing about digital. I mean, I used to paint gouache and oil and acrylic. You can't really do that. It's hard to fix. But digital, you can work a lot faster in a lot of ways. So now I'm painting when you paint the lips, the upper lips, you can usually make it the value darker than the lower lips, because most of the time it will be hidden from the light, especially from the inner of the mouth coming out. It's usually darker. So, and underneath the nose, it's catch the shadow also, so it could be dark. So, and when you draw a nose, a lot of people making a mistake, and it's like, hey, you know, can you make a tutorial on the nose? And if you're not a medical illustrator or not for the practice purpose, then I wouldn't recommend just drawing a nose just for the sake of drawing nose. Everything in painting and concept design is in the context. So sometimes when you draw an actual nose and you use that drawing to apply to when you paint or draw a nose on a figure or on a feature or portrait, it doesn't work that way. Draw what you see, don't draw what you think you see, and you get the better result. Because if you're trying to implement everything on two at once, like you're drawing a nose bridge, a nostril, and the side of the nose, it just become overwhelming in the face. Like notice a person's face, and notice a person's face, and if you look, just, you know, squint, you won't see everything. You see the thing that you just need. So now since I got this whole thing laying out, and now I'm using the color balance from the menu, go to layers and find the color balance, and it will have another layers over here. You can use this one to tweak the color. Since I start off her body as a really cool color and sort of like a bluish, not totally like a tan, I'm changing it to the more tan red, kind of going toward she's been in the sun for a while. Then if I decided the skin tone to change, so now I'm shifting the color around and test it and see if, you know, I will like this better than what I had before. So this, yeah, I kind of like this better, because it has a little more warm hue to whatever I had. Like that's is pretty cool, and this is warm. So I'm gonna decide that okay, instead of going for the blue, so now I got the color of the skin that I wanted. Then I'll just merge it down, and now you see the comparison again. So and usually I will flip the figure and you can see that something is a little off and the face is off, so flipping is a good way to fix. It's kind of like on the traditional way you can pose your sketch or showing it facing the mirror and you look at it and you know like if something's wrong. Like when you flip the illustration, most of the time it will show you what's wrong with it and stuff. Like she would fall over on the left hand side, so I just use a Control T to flip the canvas a little bit so she stand a little more straight and solid. And I flip it back after I fix everything, and I turn on a gradient map. I select it from the layer and I just use that for the guideline as I go. I just put it on a really top layer and sort of like check and see if my value is correct. So now since I tweaking the color and everything, you look at down here, it's, you know, it's fine. And the torso are usually lighter than the rest of the body, around torso to the hip, but since the light hit this torso part, then this part will be, even though at the same lighting situation it might be light, but in this case it will be dark